We're going to do all these coating screens up tonight. This screen here, I'm showing you, we're going to coat this. So before I do that, I open the motion container, like that, okay? And this is scoop coater. I have to put motion into the scoop coater, okay? We have to wipe this down with a wet cloth to make sure it don't make a mess. Okay, put the cap on it lightly, put it over here. But now we're going to coat the screen. So pay attention for what I'll show you. I'll show you this way, okay? Watch closely. Wait, hold it. Let me put the screen down for a bit. I want to make the camera go down a little bit lower because let's see if that will do it. Alright, put the screen up. Okay, that's good. So we're going to show you, I'm going to coat it right here. Alright, here we go. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to coat the other side with this emulsion as well, that we can okay, put it back in the scoop coater. And then we're going to do another one here, okay? Okay, now we're going to turn this around, but we have a little discrepancy. And I'm going to let this down. I'm going to put this down onto the floor. Okay? I'm going to go get something out of my drawer here. I might get the, no, I might use this. It won't be a big deal. So I'm going to be taking out I don't usually do this like this, but and now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take this wet cloth, alright? Wipe this out because this emulsion is going to drip before I do some more here. This is going to drip and I don't want this dripping. Alright, so we're going to go off and do some more. So we're going to put another coat on this screen now. Pay attention. Alright, the second coat is supposed to go in here. Second coat. And then we'll deal with the mess afterwards. Okay? Now we're going to turn this around and we're going to do the second coat on this screen. Okay. Now we're going to put this down, this screen down right now. And I'm going to put this, take the scoop coater, parts off the scoop coater. I use it to take excess stuff off a screen. So we're going to take excess stuff off this screen right at this moment. I don't recommend anyone to do this. You have a good scoop coater. Don't try to break the scoop coater. Alright, hold on for a minute, folks. We're gonna put this in the jar and wipe it down like this. I'm going to take this cloth, wet cloth, nasty cloth, then we're going to get an old towel. Alright, old towel. You have to have an old one around because you have to wipe your messes up. You can't have messes laying around on the screen because if you do, it's going to be nasty, okay? Alright, now we got that screen clear. Let me see if any more stuff's on this screen. Let's try it out again. Let's try the other side. Oh yes, look at this, huh? A lot on this screen, don't we, huh? Put this down. Oh wow, that's really dripping. Hold on, folks. Get this thing. Oops. Alright, we're going to put this down for now. And put this in this jar. I don't like making a mess, if you hope you know that. But we do make messes, so. Jesus. And we do make messes. See, I have the water bottle over here I use, but not near the screens. Makes a mess, that bottle too. That's nasty. And I know I'm behind the scenes right now. I'm trying to get another cloth to wipe this out with. So we can keep our scoop coater clean. When you're doing a video, you got to keep this clean, because if you don't keep it clean, it's going to be a big problem. Alright, so I'm going to show you again, see if we got all this excess stuff off this screen. So we're going to go over it again one more time. Okay? Now if you have a scoop coater like this, do not press down hard on the screen, because you could put a hole in your screen. So I don't recommend anyone to do it. I only do stuff like this, but I don't recommend anybody else to do it, because you can put a massive hole right in the mesh. Alright, that's good. That's good. That looks good. Okay, we're gonna see all this stuff here. Okay, like this out. I'm trying to be very deep, but I'm not doing so good, I tell you that one right now. My hands are getting messy myself here. I should have worn my gloves, I have gloves there, but I'm taping this video, so I don't want to wear gloves when I'm taping a video because it'd be so hard to run the remote control and everything. So we're all set with that. Oh wow, this is a mess. We really made a mess of this table, folks. I don't want that then, it's all in my remote control too. Wow. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh my goodness. I see what happened. This string dripped. That's what happened. Shame on me, huh? Okay. I'm gonna wipe this up some more. Okay, we're all done. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to see if anything is dripping. I see some are dripping here. So I'm going to try to wipe this out. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Oops. Put this over here for a minute. I want to show you what I'm doing on camera here. I don't want to leave anything out. You see, when you have too much emotion on the screen, it's because emotion emotion drips too much when you're putting out the screen, you're producing it. The emotion can drip. That's part you have to watch out for, so that's why I wipe some of this off. See, I don't want to show this all on camera because this is going to be ridiculous. I try to show everybody everything, but you can't sometimes, you know, you try, but you can't. But we have to try to show everybody everything on camera, but you can't because it's ridiculous, you know. I'm showing you. See if any more excess stuff's on the screen. I don't want no dripping. So I'm taking my time doing this because, you know, I'm in no hurry. So let me make sure this is some more on here still. Some excess emotion. Gotta get rid of all this. I don't want no dripping. I think put it down a little bit more. I just hope it didn't drip on my floor underneath that desk. Keep this clean. If you don't, this thing can turn as hard as a rock. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put this back, put this in a dark room, which I call a dark room. So we're going to put this in a box over here. We're going to put this away, so behind the scene here. So we can put this in here for now. Right, and keep this away from all the now, okay, that's good. Now we can do another screen. We're going to do 2 screens tonight on this video. This is the second screen we're going to do. So we're going to get going on this. We can do this one now. So be prepared, folks, because here we go. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 coats on this screen. So on this first part. Before I do some more, I want to make sure I have enough emulsion in this scoop holder. So I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we are going to do this part now. Oops. I get clumsy doing this too, you know. So, we back it up like that. Like this. Maybe one more. Sometimes I like to put a little bit more on the screen. I shouldn't do that, I know, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. So. Alright. That's cool for now. But now I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put another coat over here. Coat over here. Alright, that's good for now. We're going to put this aside, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this down against this chair, and I'm going to get some other tool here. And now I get a putty knife, which they use this in silkscreen to put the emulsion back in the jar. So you see what I'm doing now? I'm putting the emulsion back in the good old jar. Because okay, I put this over here, wipe this out. Okay, now I'm going to put the screen up here and take the excess stuff off this screen. So we'll show you how we do this now. Keep a close eye on here. This is how we do it. Be very gentle. On the screen. I think this is the front part, so I guess the back has more on here. I think I have to do it from the back first. Now we do. Gotta be very gentle with the screen though, folks. Don't try to push it. Alright, we'll hold it. Down here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna keep doing this until we get all the discrepancies off the screen. We don't want to leave anything on here, right? We want to make sure everything is off here. But be gentle with the screen. Never get rough with your screen. They're a very, very delicate situation here. And so, we want to make sure alright, put this down. We're gonna pause this video. Oops. So I'm back here. What I'm trying to do now is I'm going to put this t-shirt on the press because very soon we're going to be putting this under a lamp, so the screen, so we have to make sure this is preparation day here. We're going to move all this stuff out of here. Go out of the way. This out of the way. It's all free and clear. And we have to make sure these both shirts are going to be similar. That should be good. Oops. So we stuck this down with the adhesive. This is what they call adhesive. This stuff, Fast Track 384. So now what we're going to do, and I have two lights on in this room. I have the other light on, the bright one, to show this film for this shirt. And I got the yellow light on as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a logo. This is stencil film with a writing on it, with logo, okay? We're going to put it about right here, okay? Now we have to get some tape, so I'll have to get some unusual box tape I'm going to be using, because I don't got no more other tape, no swatch tape left, so we're going to get the box tape out, but we're not going to use much of this, because we don't want to use too much, because this sticks to this stuff, so we want to be careful. So we're going to put some here, I'm going to put some here. I use all kinds of tape, because I know what I'm doing, okay? Alright, so there we are. Oh wait a minute, I did something wrong. I know I do this. Take this off. This is not, see, when you're in this business, you do all, we are able, we're not perfect people. What I'm trying to do is I want to put the tape on under each area. I might not use it. I might not use this tape that I was going to use. Put that up. It was all crooked out. You have to have a piece of tape that's going to be straight for this purpose. So, you see, why I'm doing this is because the reason we do this is because we want to have this prepared for a logo for the screen to be coated. So I'll be back in a minute. Now we have the logo light because this screen is dry but it ain't burned in. So and what we're doing, we're sticking this screen on this mesh, as you can see. See, it's stuck on the mesh, and unfortunately we have to hold it up to the light to make sure it's straight. Yeah, it looks good. So that's what. And we also, remember, when you do a screen, make sure this is backwards, because if you have it frontwards, you're going to be in trouble. It won't come out right. Everything has to be reversed in reverse mode. So pretty soon, we are going to put this in under the lamp for 500 watt lamp for 10 minutes. You see, every exposure time is different. Mine's 10 minutes. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this shirt around now and set up for the back part. We got two screens to burn in tonight. So where am I? So two screens will be burned in tonight. Dusty. Some of this room can get pretty dusty too. But I don't work anymore with working in my studio because it makes everything a mess. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure up the shirt. Alright, it looks good. In the sleeves are the same length. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the other logo now. The other logo is a bigger one. As you can see, a bigger logo. This is stencil film. This is the kind of stencil film that don't need any toner spray on it. So we are going to put that there, get the box tape again, do the same thing I did before, but I'm not going to do it wrong this time. We're going to be putting it right like the other one, but it's going to be pretty straight because we don't want anything uneven here. It's very important we get this thing right. It's going to be a pretty hard Alright, so we're going to get the other screen. We got one here already with the other logo taped to it. Now we'll get the other one. Be right back behind the scenes here. And we're going to get the other one out of here. So we got two screens already coated from last night. So we got two things coated from last night as we did a recording on this. So we're going to get this done now. So, as you can see, the screen is now backwards. Because if you didn't have it backwards, you'll have a problem. So, you have to have, like I said, the logo has to be backwards to produce an image for a t-shirt. And once you do that, when you produce all this, I have to wash these screens out under a faucet, but I'm not showing it on film because it takes too long. I can't show that because it takes too long, and I don't want to make this video any longer. But we're going to show you the most important part is the burning of the screens. So that's what we're going to show you next. So I'm going to pause this again. Now I'm back. What we're going to do now is we're going to come over there and we're going to do the lamp now with these screens. So we'll take it over here and I'll turn the camera over to the lamp because we have to put this towards a 500-watt lamp, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to here. First of all, over here, take the glass down like this. This ain't plexiglass, I hate to tell you. This is real glass. And this is nothing to mess with. So what I'm going to do, not that one, not yet. I'm going to put the first one of this logo. Let me get this tape off of this thing. There's one. Put it over here. Looks like it. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to pick up this glass. This is very heavy glass. This is nothing to mess with unless you know what you're doing. You see, I'm going to take my phone out. Take my timer. Alright. Take my timer. Oops. I messed up. So let me see. Take my timer out. Get out of there. Phone. Timer out. And look for 10 minutes. Alright, 10 minutes it is. So what we're going to do now is plug this in. Oh, okay, we did. Okay. So 10 minutes, we're going to put this on and start 10 minutes. And as you see, it's under the lamp burning for 10 minutes. So we're going to leave this going. I'll be right back. I got to take care of something. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. So for 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, that's for how long you have to make a screen burn in to make a logo work to print it on a t-shirt. It's got to be 10 minutes, because if it don't go for 10 minutes, and say if you took off the screen too soon, the screen will be, the word they use, overexposed or underexposed. If you leave it to go further, over 10 minutes it'll be overexposed. But if you shut it off sooner, it'll be underexposed and it won't work. So you can see the logo is backwards. You got to have it backwards to make it work in the screen when you print a t-shirt. It's got to be front. It's got to be reversed. It's got to be backwards to work on a t-shirt. Now we're going to turn on the light for this lamp, for this one here. Okay, there we go. So we're going to leave this on to burn the screen in, and see, like I told you, the screen has to be burned in for about 10 minutes. Never take it off too soon, because if you do, it will be underexposed. If you leave it on longer, it'll be overexposed. You got to leave it on for all the 10 minutes until the timer runs out. If you have a cell phone, go on Google Play, download a timer that will go with your Android phone or smartphone or iPhone, and let it run out. And once that timer runs out, be near that light switch, and when it goes down to 1 and it hits 0, shut the light off. And that means your screen will be all ready to be developed and ready to wash out. Because you've got to do everything professionally to make the t-shirt look good. So that's all I'm going to show you for tonight. Some more is going to be taped. These are going to be in parts until I get this whole thing produced, this video, to show you potential customers that Nameless T-Shirt Wear does t-shirts professionally. Now I'm going to put this on pause, and I'll be back again on Monday. Hello everybody. Now this screen, you see this black box right here? This is frontwards. But when you put the screen down like that, you stick it to the screen, it becomes, oops, it's not straight enough. Let me straighten this out. I don't want it being crooked. Hold up to the light for a minute. Okay. You see this screen? When I put this stencil film on this screen, this is backwards. Okay? Now what this does is it can be put, this is going to be a multi-color print. So what it is on this screen is a piece of stencil film on a coated screen of emulsion, sensitive liquid emulsion. I already dried the screen. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put it under the 500 watt lamp and burn this in for 10 minutes. So we're going to show you how we're going to do that right now, okay? Come on with me. I'm going to point you to the lamp right now, okay? We have to do a couple things to this lamp before we can burn it in the lamp. So, now I'm going to show you. Now we're going to turn the screen over this way, and we're going to show you, you see the glass right there? So what I have to do before I do this, I don't want to trip myself over here, I got a cord under my leg. I have to take this glass up, as you can see, because we have to prepare the stencil before we can do it. So what we have to do, we have to remove this tape from each part of the stencil. So we can remove this, okay? We can't crooked the stencil out when we move this tape, so we have to be careful. Okay, cool. So now, I'll put the stencil. That looks straight enough. And now what we're going to do is going to put this glass over the stencil film. Hold it for a minute. I'm going to hold this glass up for a minute. So I can't do it when the screen's sideways. Okay. That looks alright. I'm going to put it over this now. That's good. So what we're going to do now is that I'm going to, this cord's trying to trip me. So I'm going to show you this now. We're going to set the timer to turn this lamp on. So we have to set the timer. If you have a cell phone, you will have a timer. For 10 minutes. Okay? So now I have to set this up. For 10 minutes. Now the box is on the screen. You see that box? That is the box that's going to become an image on the screen for a multicolor image. This is the kind of image that can look pretty good in a shirt when a person wants an image with a background color on it. So what happens is, when this happens, we are going to make a multicolor print. And it's going to look good when it's done. So I hope you enjoy that. Now you can see the stencil film on the shirt. And I put tape on the stencil film. When you put it on the screen, this is a blank screen right here you put it on. And you have to make sure it lines up in the middle. It's hard to see in this. Yeah, that's right. So when you put it down, you're supposed to have room between the screens here. And we'll show you what this looks like when I lift it up. I'm going to straighten it out too. It might need to be straightened out. Let me look at this. Well, it's pretty straight. So see? You see the stencil film? It's tape. I do my own work. See? Let me put this down a little bit. You see the? Hold on for a minute. This thing ain't showing too good. I'm going to lift this right up a little bit more. There we are. So see where the stencil film is on the screen? It's right in the middle, dead center. So that means when it's done, the stencil, which is already burned into another screen mesh, will match into this box perfectly. Now we're going to take it over to the lamp, which I'm going to put under a lamp right now. So let me put this over to me, and I'm going to move it over to the lamp and down like that, as you can see. Okay? So watch me now. I'm going to take this glass up. You have to be very careful with this stuff. It's very fragile. This glass is breakable, and I don't want that to happen. Now, I'm going to take this screen over here, like that. Now I have to lift it up carefully and take the tape off it. And I put it on the table. I know it's a mess. But you have to do the same thing to this one as well. Oh, it moved. This tape stuck to my hand. So what I have to do is I have to tape it back on here, make sure it didn't get crooked or anything. Excuse me for a minute. Let me lift this back up. I want to make sure this is all right. So I don't want to make this out of whack here. Let's see. Yeah, it's all right. Oh, when you're in this business, you got to make sure you don't get clumsy, because if you do, oh, you have again? Stupid stuff. Stop sticking to me. Oh my God. I am telling you, what a time I'm having tonight, huh? Well, we have to try one more thing here. I hate to do this, but I gotta make sure this did not. I have to check it again because it moved and I took off the tape. So I gotta make sure. Oh, okay, it's good. It's good. Alright, so first of all, this thing, this tape, got this before on me, so I'll move that off first. And I'll take this one off like that, but this time I won't touch the top. Here we go. So you learn this business, you don't want to, okay, you don't want to learn to do many two mistakes because it's costly. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute, that don't look straight. Well, we're going to take this off one more time. You know what? We got to be picky with this. If we don't, I'm glad I'm doing this on film, because it's very important that we do this, because this don't look straight to me. I don't know what it is, but this don't not look straight. So we got to check it, okay? We got to check it. It's important we do this right, because if we don't, we're going to have an accident and we're going to be in trouble. Let me check this one more time to the light here. Well, I'm picky, folks. Don't mind me. All right. Okay. That's better. That's better. Pick this up. Put it over here. Okay. Now, get the. Okay, here we go. Oops. Here we go. We're all set. All we have to do is push this up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to leave that on the. I'm going to get something out of this cabinet over here, because I was talking to someone on my text phone tonight. I'm going to turn this on. See, I have two phones here. I use these for timers. So, let this thing start up, and we'll put the lamp on pretty soon. Okay, what? Here we go here. Here we go. And there we go. Here we go, another lamp, another image. We work hard. We do everything we're supposed to do. This is important. if you're gonna do a t-shirt, you gotta be picky about every little thing. If you're not gonna be picky, then you shouldn't be in this business. I am the kind of guy that wants to be picky about everything. That's why I'm a good designer. I call myself a silk screening designer because I love doing t-shirts. And when after this video is done, you're going to see it on the YouTube channel. You're going to love what you see. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So now we will enjoy this moment of seeing what goes into silk screening the t-shirt and everything. When this video is done, you're going to enjoy this video. You're going to love every minute of it. To all my YouTube subscribers and also to others that need to see this. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube video of how a t-shirt is produced. It's all about Nameless T-shirt wear. And now, as you can see a screen, you see that little box in here? That's going to be an image on the t-shirt, okay? So I'll take this screen off for a bit. See, it's a t-shirt. This is a shirt. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the t-shirt. As you can see, the t-shirt. Because we're going to print something. We're going to print a logo on this t-shirt. And we're going to show you some tricks of the trade here of how it's done. Now, okay. Move this in here, like that. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to, you see this logo right here? We're going to put this in the middle of this image. And we're going to make sure it's straight in the middle here. That looks pretty good. We'll move it over a little bit more. That looks good. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do what we're going to do is we're going to put the logo right in the middle here where it belongs. So down there, so here. Okay. All right. It's pretty cool. It's pretty straight. So what we're going to do, we're going to print this box with paint, okay? So we're going to show you how we can do this now. Trying to figure out, put my gloves here. Okay. I have some gloves, as you can see. I'm putting some gloves on my hands now to keep my hands from getting messed up with the paint when I print the screen. So, only thing I don't show on my camera, on this video for YouTube, I have a way of curing the shirt and I never show it on film. Because I don't want anyone seeing how I do it. I have a secret I don't want to show anybody. So, don't misunderstand. I just don't want to show it because it's like, it's personal to me. I don't want to show it because it's like I have a secret way of doing the t-shirt and I don't want to show anybody how I do it, so I have to keep it private. So please understand why keeping anything a secret. Well, I am, but it's for a reason and I can't go into it right now. So please understand that Nameless T-shirt Wear is a company that actually does t-shirts. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the ink that I'm going to be using on here, like that, Okay. And we're going to get a putty knife, scoop a putty knife I use for paint, not only for my emulsions. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you a method here. Alright, we're going to I'm trying to make this thing a big, huge ink to make sure it fits this box and it goes in the shirt, because it's very important that we have this set up the right way. And I'm pretty sure it's all set now. And now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take no, it's over here, excuse me. Get me a squeegee here. Over here. Okay. Trying to think what squeegee I could use. Could be either way of one of these. Let me see. It could be this one. Okay. We're going to show you how this is done. Wait a minute, I don't have to use that, I'll use this. How this is done, if I can use this clip. I can't. Okay, I'll use the clip. I'll use the other one then. I'll use this one. No big deal. And I have to press this down. Doing it right for some crazy reason. Alright, this is to keep the screen level when it's printed. So let's go to it. Try to print this up. Okay, that's it. Let's put it over again one more time, make sure it went in. Because sometimes you have to do that. I don't usually do 2 strokes, but I don't know if this ink went into the screen because the ink is so dry. Sometimes the ink gets this way. I don't know why it does, but it gets dry sometimes. If it's sitting around too long, and it will get dry and it will get flaky. I'm hoping it didn't do that in that shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my soy here. This is my small bottle of soy. Alright. And I think I'm going to get an old t-shirt, because you can't use paper towel to wipe down a squeegee. So I'm going to go over here behind the scene here, the camera, and cut an old t-shirt up. And I'll be back. I'll be right there in a minute. I do this so I have to wipe a squeegee. I use the paper towels only for the mesh screen, because the mesh screen is you can hold the paper towel, won't rip, but the squeegee will rip that paper towel with the threads. So I don't want to do that. So I want to use this old t-shirt to wipe the squeegee down with some soy, because that way the soy will soy splashes when you spraying this. So see what I'm doing? I'm taking the soy and wiping the excess ink off this squeegee, because you cannot use a paper towel. It's not a good idea, because a paper towel is a paper and it'll rip it all the shreds. So I want to make sure I'm wiping this off. Now I'm wearing a sweatshirt in here, so my studio gets kind of cold in here. I'm going to be fixing that later on down the road, by getting a portable heater there. recommend on TV. Okay, I got the squeegee. We have to make sure we clean these because if we don't, they'll get dull. Okay, let's see how the shirt, I hope the shirt came out right. Let me look at it before I show you on camera, because then I have to wipe this off anyway. Oh, it's coming out. It moved. Thought that stuff bolster. Oh wow. Well, I guess the screen was kind of flimsy, like I told you. So that's what happens when you print. See, some paints lose its touch. I had this ink in my studio for a long time. And unfortunately, when you have it in your studio a long time, it gets flimsy and it loses its grip. So it does happen from time to time. You're going to come up having problems with the paint like this. But when it's fine though, it's normal. But I'll be back in a minute. Let me take these gloves off here. I'm going to be back in a little bit after I cure this shirt, because I don't show it on camera. I never do. I have a special way of how to doing it. Everybody has their way. They have a conventional oven they use. I hate those things because they burn the heck out of the paint, and the paint is no good when it does that. So I'll be back in a minute. So I'm going to pause this. I'll be back. Now you see how the paint come out. Some paints, this thing is all right, but it didn't come out the greatest. But it did come out. Sometimes ink in your studio, this is what happens when the ink, it's a good example. This is a good example of if the ink gets dry, it does this, and it's bad. So it's good for me to show you this, but I think it's going to survive when the name goes over it, but I still don't like this. I'm very disappointed in this. So what we'll leave it is for now, but this is a good example of what happens when you have ink in your studio and the stuff dries up. But it's printed in the shirt. It's really good printed deep into the fabric, and it's going to survive it, but that ain't the point. So I'll be back in a little bit to talk further about this and show you what the next step is. Now I'm back. We have another screen over the white image. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this black ink on this white image. So let's go over it with one stroke. It's all we need to do is one stroke. That's it. That's all you have to do with screen is with one stroke. You don't have to push 2 or 3 strokes through. So we'll see in a minute how that came out. I hope it came out good for my sake, because you know, the paint is not bad. Triangle Company is a good company, all right? They're not bad inks, all right? But sometimes the inks get dry, and in my studio, the ink is not that dry, really, but, you know. But some things, I did a no-no. I said I wouldn't do it, but I didn't rip it. So it come out good. The one thing, what my problem is, and this is the biggest problem, I'm a very picky owner. Now, if something don't work my way, I complain. I shouldn't do that, but I do, because I'm a picky guy. I love my business, I love my customers, and I want everybody to be happy. So let's hope that this came out good, because this means everything to me. It really does. So, let's see what happened to this screen. Let's pick this up. Oh, okay. Huh, okay. So, okay. So, anyway, it looks alright. Let me wipe this off here. Let's wipe this squeegee down, and we'll go into another subject of this t-shirt design and business. You know, when you get inks from a company, things can happen from time to time. What I mean is, sometimes when you're in the studio, see, some things I'm an amateur at, and that's how I learn. I call up people and I talk to the companies. I say, hey, you know, let me ask you a little question. Why does your inks do this? And they say, oh, maybe you have to mix something with it. But I'm hoping every day that I won't have to do this because, you know, it's because certain things that happen here. You know what? Certain things. Well, anyway, this is what happened. I'll show you what happened to the screen. I'll take it off of here now and show you what happened. It looks alright, but you don't have to print it thick on the screen. You see how it looks? It doesn't look all that bad. It doesn't look all that bad. It looks pretty decent. It's not bad. It looks alright. You can't print it thick on a t-shirt anyway. You got to print it softly and not too thick. So I'll be back in a little bit after I cure this shirt the second time around. Be back right in a little bit. Now I'm back and I'm going to show you how a screen is cleaned out. Okay. Now I'm going to put it over here. You see that? Okay. Now this is another press station. So before I even do this, I put paper towels down on this press. See the paper towels laying on this press? The reason why I do that is because when I put the painted surface down, I want to make sure that before I do, I take a paper towel. This is what you have to do now. It's ripping here. Paper, that's my clocking back, so don't think I'm outside or anything. But, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I have to... Alright, that's better. See? Now I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to wipe this screen out. Make sure the ink is loose. Make sure it's all off the screen. There's a paper towel underneath this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, I hate the soy because it goes all over the place, but splats everywhere if I don't do it that way. So I'm going to take the soy and I'm going to clean the excess paint off the screen. We have to make sure all the ink is out. And this ink has to be all out of the screen before I say it's done. Okay? So anyway, so now we have to lift this up. As you can see, the ink is over this screen on the other side. So what we do, we wipe this out like this with a paper towel, okay? And we do it one more time like this. Well, we don't want this stuff splatting all over the place, so this does splat, and I don't like it splatting because it goes everywhere. I mean, on camera lens, everything. So we want to make sure it don't splat. So you see, it does look like it's still black ink in there. It might be, but for now we'll put it over here, down on the side here, and wipe up this mess. So what it is, when you do a multi-color screen, okay, the rule of thumb is this: do not print. Oh, sorry, you put that camera back up with me, okay. I'm on the side here. See, I hope I can show myself here. Alright. No, I can't show myself. It's not high enough. Am I there now? Okay. Alright, so what you can't do when you're doing still screen. When you're doing a multicolor image, you cannot print thick inks over it unless it's a wet on wet situation. And this wasn't a wet on wet situation. So you could do wet on wet. Some inks can do that. Some triangle inks can do that. The wet on wet, but I don't. Not this project though. This is a shirt for my brother's poem business, and so this is my starter one for him to see how it came out as a trial run. But so far, everything is looking pretty good for this video. I want everybody to tell me how they like it. Leave a comment. And I hope a lot of people subscribe more to my channel to help me grow this channel. And if you know how to run a YouTube channel, give me some advice. I'd really appreciate it. So I'll be back in a little bit with some more of a printing of this t-shirt. So stay tuned. I'm back and showing you the multicolor image for the back of the shirt. I'll be right back for a minute. Let me go over here for a minute. I don't like the way this is looking right now. I'm going to put this thing back up towards me for a change. And I don't like this camera turning that way. It's driving me nuts. I'll see if it's all right now. See if it's all right now. No, it isn't. Now it is. Okay, that's fine. Now you see the screen. This is the second part of the screen. This is. I had to fix the video. Sorry, folks, if I had to turn the camera a little bit. So I hope you don't mind. Hope that doesn't, cause any distractions. But now we're back here. This is the screen right here that is going to be used for the back of the t-shirt for multicolor print. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my biggest squeegee out. Okay? My biggest squeegee, which is right here. I think that's a bigger one. Is that the bigger one? Does it fit? Maybe I should get my bigger one. Alright, I got my bigger one. This is my bigger squeegee. See the squeegee? It's going to fit the whole screen. Now what I'm going to start doing right now is I'm going to start printing this thing. I want to do it over twice. Over this white box to make sure the ink is going to take. Because last time I did only one stroke. This time I'll break my rule and do it 2 strokes. Here we go. Okay. I think that will be pretty good. I hope. Hope that will be good. Alright, let's put this down. And then we're going to take the putty knife and get the excess ink off this. So I'm over on the side over here because I'm so over anxious to get this done. But I shouldn't be too over anxious because it can bug the viewers, you know. It can bug the viewers of the YouTube channel of mine. You see, the whole problem with me is I'm the kind of guy that wants to please everybody, you know. It's like, you see, I want to make everybody happy. And the only reason I want to make everybody happy is because I'm that type of person, you know, and you know, everybody has a way of themselves, and I have my own way of themselves. I don't care about this old shirt. And I can make a real scene on myself real easy because I'm that way, and whenever I do something, I cannot help myself. I have to be not a perfectionist, but I have to do it well to make something work. That's me. So let's flip this screen up. This is something I made too. I hope this doesn't disappoint me like the last time. Oh, that's good. That looks really good. That is fantastic. That is really good. Wow. Huh. We'll see something for a minute, folks. That's good though. See, I have a little I'll be right back for a minute. I have to go do something. But I'll be back in a minute with the same. I'm back. I had my hat off. I had to go get my hat. I felt like I might be blinding the camera lens. Alright, so it came out good. I was very happy with this print. And I'll show you what it looks like. I can't clean the screens right now. I have to sit over another area. So I'm going to take this off, this press off. Oh, this thing don't stick. Oh, there it's. I'll get something to tack this with to get this off. You get off here. Alright. So it looks good this time around. There it is. You see, I did a couple of strokes this time. I should have did it with the other one too. But it came out, the first one came out good. It was okay. You know, I'm just the kind of guy that happens to have, what do you call, it isn't that bad, the shirt. It's just that I'm the kind of guy that likes to be, what word should I use? Finicky? But then I looked at it, I said it ain't that bad, so I'm not going to be that finicky about it. But this is what it looks like when you have a multicolor print. It's white. It's pretty. It's white. And that's my last name. But this is good. And when I cure this, I'll be back to show you what it looks like after it's cured. And when I get done curing it, I'll be back. And then we'll do the last part of the print of the t-shirt. Okay, be back in a minute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this screen. As you see, but I'm not going to put this paint back in the bucket because there's not much in here to bother with. So I'm going to use this old can put my gloves back on. You see, there's not many paint left in this, and the bucket's all sealed up now. So I'm just going to just wipe off the screen with a putty knife with an old t-shirt. And then we're going to go on from there, because there's no need for me to save this ink. There's no need of it. I got many white ink. I'll tell you a little bit in here anyway. So when I get through with this screen, I clean this out. We will be we'll be doing all right after we're done with this print. This video will be all completely finished. But I hope everybody will enjoy this video and see how picky the owner is. But I hope that you would just like the video with a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. So I want you all to know that if I run a business, I am going to work hard. See, if anyone becomes my customer, I want them to see how picky I am. If I ain't that picky, then it's going to be a big problem. Because if I'm not that picky, then what happens is it tells you that if I ain't that picky, if I wasn't really picky person, then you'd probably say about me, oh, this guy ain't worth hiring. But when you see this video, I'll lay it over here, you will say, hey, you know, this guy is picky. And I like this guy because he's picky. And I'd rather have a guy that's picky doing my shirts for me than a guy that's not picky and don't care. You see? So you see, you have to be picky in this business. You've got to be picky. You've got to be picky. You can't be sit back, lay back, and don't care. Well, you have to be very picky. I have to be that way. You know, I'm not trying to be I just don't want people to think that I'm not that picky with myself, and I'm showing you I am. I'm very picky. And I'm not going to do anything else but be picky, because I have to be picky. Your shirts, if I design your shirt for you, I'll have to be picky. That's me. You know, I have to be picky. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm sorry if I'm so picky. Hey, I'd rather be picky than be not picky, you know what I mean? You have to be picky in this business. You got to be picky in this business. You got to be picky. You got to be. If you're not, then there's no need for you to be a t-shirt designer. You got to be extra picky. You got to be, it's part of you. You got to be picky with yourself, because there's no need not to be. And there's no need not to be. You have to be picky. You got to be. So, if you're going to have a t-shirt business, and you're going to run a business, you got to be a picky guy. You got to be picky, no matter what, because if you're not worth to be hired than by someone if you're not going to become a picky designer like me. So, I'll be right back. Stay tuned. So now, I'm back, and we're going to do a printing on this one item. So what we're going to do here, before we do print this, is I see a discrepancy in the screen. Now the discrepancy I see in the screen I have to fix before I print any ink in this. So I have to take these gloves off. And I'll show you what I have to do to the screen. It ain't too difficult, but it's very precise. This is going to happen when you do a screen. And the things I have to do with screens sometimes, yeah. Hold on for a minute. Now we're back. We had to fix something in the screen, but it wasn't a big deal. It came out perfect. This is the way I thought it would come out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black ink on the screen on this background white. We're going to put some black ink in here to finish this film for YouTube. Now, when you're in this profession as I was for 16 solid years, you learn something that you learn as you go along. You have to learn things to learn yourself. I was taught myself. But by the grace of God, alright, He gave me this ability to do t-shirts. It's not something that, you see, I'm not going to take the full credit by learning to be a t-shirt designer. You people out there that are Christians know what I'm talking about if you're a believer. But if you're not a believer, I'm not preaching to anybody, okay? I'm just making this YouTube video for people to view. So it's really nothing to do with religion. It's only showing you what Nameless T-shirt wear can do when it comes to t-shirts. Okay, so I want everybody to view this, and I want everybody, I hope and pray that everybody will be, will subscribe to my channel and become part of this channel. It'll be important to me if you do so. I would love to have you as one of my YouTube subscribers. I hope and pray that you'll do that, because I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. So now we're going to print the shirt here. This is going to be pretty fun. We're going to go once, that's it. That's all we have to do is once. And that's it. And we're done. So when you see this video on YouTube, if you want to ask questions, be free to do so. I'm always willing to answer questions. Now, if you already know how to do this, and you say to me, hey, how come if you give me an idea, something like you might want to give me an idea to do something, please do so. I do a lot of other things that I don't show. See, t-shirt restoration I do too, but I can't show that on film because it's too difficult. But, it's a lot of work to it, but it's fun. I'm not saying it isn't. It's fun. So I'm going to lift this. I'm going to take these gloves off now. I didn't use a lot of ink in this screen, so it's not going to be a big deal, and it ain't going to be a mess. It's going to be pretty good. So I'm taking these gloves off my hands now, off this, and I have to I did not show that on film. So, but anyway, we're going to lift this up. Oh, wow, look at that. Man, did that come out good. I am so proud of this shirt. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Wow. That came out fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to show you this on film. Alright, so I have to take this thing off. I'm excited, I really am. I've never been so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Okay? Let me show you what this looks like. Okay? Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. I hope everybody enjoys this video on my YouTube channel, Nameless T-Shirt Wear Custom Screen Printing. The video was made up for 90 minutes and the video was difficult to do, but I finally completed it. So I hope all my YouTube subscribers like the video, and I hope a lot of other new subscribers will like and subscribe. And if anyone knows how to run a YouTube channel better, I would appreciate if I get pointers from those who know how to run a YouTube channel better than me, because I'm an amateur. So have a good, happy new year, and God bless you all. Bye.